Okay, this is the next video in the challenge. Unfortunately, we had to add some gems to our account since the last draft I posted, which was tournament number 4. You can see at the top we had to add the Adventurer bundle for $14.99, which gave us 3,500 gems. And then there's not really after that any sort of specials that you can use to add gems, so we just had to add a standard 3,400 gems for $19.99 as well. We've now invested $40 into the account and we haven't yet reached Mythic. I'm a little disappointed because usually I can get to Mythic with just the welcome bonus and the Adventurer bundle, but we had a couple of rough drafts as you can see here. The last draft I posted, we finished 7-0. That was tournament number 4 with our black-white aggro deck. But then we had a couple of poor performances. We had a couple of 2 and 3s, which really ate into our gems. Those decks were reasonably solid. The cards just didn't come out right, I felt. It happens. I mean, things don't always work out as you plan. Tournament number 7, however, was absolutely horrible. We went 0 and 3. I started out with a gold card, and that's kind of where everything went wrong. Like, I first picked Linvala, and then the next few picks were all kind of go with Linvala, and then it turned out that blue-white party just wasn't open. We ended up playing some sort of blue-red deck, splashing Linvala along with some really crummy white removal, like Smite the Monstrous, and Practice Tactics were both getting splashed, like, just to try to make playables. It was a horrible deck. We went 0 and 3. I wasn't surprised. After that, we got back to some winning ways, but then we hit a 1 and 3 as our last draft. There, I was actually splashing red and forgot to include the cards that I was splashing, and I didn't realize that until it was already 1 and 2 in the tournament. It was actually quite pathetic if I posted the videos of me, like, yelling and screaming for my Royal Eruptions, which weren't even in the deck. So that was very disappointing, and we had to add more gems at that point. So we've now invested about $40 into our account. We still have about 1,350 gems you can see we finished with in the last tournament, and then I added the 3,400. So we're sitting at about 4,750 gems now. Our win rate has fallen slightly at 57%. We're still paying about $3.63 a draft, which is reasonable, but obviously I'd like to see these numbers go up. So let's get to the next draft. Okay, we have opened pack 1 in our challenge, which is ongoing. Unfortunately, we just had to add a bunch of gems to our account. We've had a run of just bad decks and then bad luck. I mean, that last tournament, we lost to 2 busted cards. But it would have helped if we remembered to put in the cards that we were actually splashing for and not just the mana for them. Anyways. So this pack's pretty good. I mean, Aura's strong, but it's gold. I don't think I want to pick it. She is good, don't get me wrong. These are both very good uncommons, though. Deadly Alliance is an awesome removal spell, but I think it's got to be Sproutling. It's just such a good card. I had 3 of them in the last draft, but I was splashing 2 Royal Eruptions, put the Mountain into my deck, and forgot to put in the 2 Royal Eruptions. Which I have Kicker, and you can get back with Sproutling, by the way. For those who wasn't obvious enough. Now there's Vastwood Surge, a nice card to get back with the Sproutling. There's also the Relic Amulet. Blue-green, you could definitely run this. There's lots of wizards. There's a decent modal land here, but I think I'm just going to take Vastwood Surge. It's just a really solid card. If you draw it late, it's helpful, put counters on everything. If you draw it early, it's helpful, you can ramp. So the fact that it's good both early and late makes it a lot better. Like, I think Relic Amulet is good, but it's basically a gold card. It would put us in a blue-green or blue-red if we were likely to run that. So let's just take the Surge. Okay, nice black removal spell. Feed the Swarm. We like removal. Feed the Swarm can kill creatures and enchantments, which is an unusual little bonus. It does cost life, but usually running one of them is fine. If you end up black-white, you can run more of them because you have lots of life gain. But yeah, it's a really good removal spell. We'll take it. Okay, now there's not particularly good black cards here, but there's a Royal Eruption pick 4. There's an Insular Roller, which is really good as well, but probably not as good as Royal Eruption. And there's the Takedown. This deck's already looking a little similar to the last draft, but I think it's got to be Royal Eruption. The Vanguard is nice as well, but you need lots of warriors for that, like either black-red or red-white usually. Mostly red-white. Take Royal Eruption. Wow, pick 5 Roost of Drakes. What the heck is that doing there? That could be the best card in the set. We can't pass the Roost. I mean, 4 people passed this card. Like, what commons were better than Roost of Drakes? Does this mean we go in hard into blue? I think so. I mean, I don't know what to say here. I'm speechless. We've already got a Sproutling and a Search, which would be great in a kicker deck. Yeah. We don't have to go blue-green like we go blue-black or blue-red even. It's good in every deck. I mean, this is just so busted. It's got to be at least the strongest uncommon. No doubt about that. It's probably better than almost every rare. As good as, at least as good as just about every mythic rare. Just endless Drake tokens. 2/2 flyers. Yeah. As soon as the Roost falls, that's usually when your opponent knows the game's over. And, whoops, we don't want to take field research. Oh, close. Geyser Mage. Geyser Mage. Awesome Wizard. Awesome card with kicker. It's blue, goes well with our Roost, goes well with our Sproutling. Field research would be okay, but it's not as good as Geyser Mages. If we load up on Wizards in blue-green, we could definitely end up running a Relic Amulet, for example, or Chilling Trap. What? 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 And there's a Rabbit Bite here still as well. And what is Thwart doing here? What kind of players are at this table? What is going on? Did I join like a bot draft or something? That should never have happened because the bots would have scooped these cards up a long time ago. I don't even know what to say. Let's just take it. Yeah, these don't look particularly necessary at this point, but we could splash. Who knows? We're green. We already have Vastwood Surge. I've been splashing a lot as green lately. I don't know why. Usually it's because my decks have holes in them, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case in this draft. Rabbit Bite, nice removal spell. Definitely better than the Brute. Shell Shield has kicker. It might be playable if we pick up a couple... Yeah, if we pick up more kicker payoffs, or it's really good with Risen Riptide, but Rabbit Bite is much more reliable. I have no idea what's going on with this draft. Low Mage's... Rooster Drake's 5th, Domination 7th, was it? Yeah, a couple black cards wheel. Neat. Let's take the green card. Duelists, perfect. Nice little trick we can do early. We might care about party. In green-blue, who knows? We might care about rogues. It's definitely a playable. We'll take it. So let's get organized here. We are definitely blue-green. I don't know what kind of signals could have been sent that were stronger than that. We'll take the Veil now. The Plunder is a nice draw spell, but less so if you're blue-green and have a smaller party. And also if you're blue-green, often you want to get the 3 blue spell that you can kick to draw 3 instead. Or draw 2 without kicking it. What's it called? I'm blanking on it. But sometimes it's better in this deck than that draw spell. So, the Plunder. So, I think we'll just take the Veil. We like Moto lands. Ooh, okay, nice options here. We could take the Royal Mage. It has kicker. We definitely have good spells to get back. I'm thinking, though, the Windrider Wizard might be better. I mean, this is just such a handful to deal with. If it doesn't get taken out, you can just loot, loot, loot nonstop. We're lucky to pick up a few wizards here. I would really like a Royal Mage or two, especially with these strong instants and sorceries, but the Windrider Wizard can absolutely tear your opponent apart if they don't have an answer for it. This is the draw spell I was thinking of, by the way, field research. I don't know why I couldn't think of it. But like we'd like Rabbit Bite to wheel, the Royal Mage could wheel, field research could wheel, even Joy Disruption I would take. Reclaim could wheel. There's so much here that could wheel. And the Windrider Wizard is probably the least of that. Even Throne of McKindy in a kicker deck can be pretty good. But we'll take the Wizard. Well, into the Royal. The Trap Finder's okay, but you really need lots of party members to fuel him, and we're unlikely to have that in blue-green. Also, we're unlikely to have a full party, which is when this guy gets busted. Ymara Wizard and Skyclave Punter would be okay, but like I said, we can pick up other draw spells. There's some nice black and red removal here, but we're not playing black or red, so I think it's into the Royal. It has Kicker, goes really well with the Roost. Really well with a lot of cards. It's just a solid overall card. I wouldn't mind the Ymara Wizard wheeling here. Wow. And I'm shocked to see no good black or blue, or sorry, no good blue or green cards here. This is a first. I guess we could conceivably splash red and take the Kuzil's Fury. Alright, back to the good stuff. Absolutely. Gnarly Colony, sweet 2-drop. It has Kicker. It can be small, it can be big later. Better than the Ascetic, I think, hands down. The Ascetic I like, though. I really don't mind the Ascetic. Ooh. Well, this time it's going to be the Visionary, another solid wizard. It's a 4-drop. We definitely have room at that position. Yeah. We like that. There's also a Valakut Awakening here. I don't like this card. It's too unreliable. Like, so many times you play a land and then with the landfall trigger, and then you find a land and you can't use it because you already played a land, and then it pings your opponent. I guess that's kind of nice. I'm not saying it's a bad card. I've lost to it occasionally. But a lot of times I win against it because they get a land, find a land, get a land, find a land, and it just doesn't work. Ooh, call the ambush. We wouldn't mind Chilling Shot. We wouldn't mind the Diviner. But the ambush is very good. We've got a couple modal lands now. We could definitely pick up a way to bounce them. Chilling Trap's good. Diviner's good. But I don't think they're as good as the ambush here. Super late Bubble Snare. We love it. We love it. Removal. It has Kicker. These are our modal lands. This deck is looking really solid. This is an interaction. This is a 4-drop, basically. Modal lands. Okay. Bubble Snare, you can get in the pile. Wow, another Sproutling. This is my second straight multi-Sproutling deck, but in this one it's going to be even better. Man, we've got some cards with Kicker here. Bubble Snare is a removal. Oh yeah, you can get in the pile, Sproutling. Man, well, we've got a Rabbit Bite. Do we want another one? We certainly don't need it at this point. I think I'd rather have the solid 2-drop in the Royal Mage that can get back some of our removal already. Insta Rabbit Bite, Royal Mage's Domination can all be brought back. It's a wizard, it's a 2-drop. Man, it's nice that we're going to be hardcore Kicker, because lately, my blue-green decks, if you've probably seen, if you've seen some of my videos, have not been, like, really hardcore Kicker decks. Like, sometimes they're landfall, more landfall oriented. Sometimes they're more wizard oriented. We don't have any draw yet. Let's take the Plunder. Strength goes sideboard. I don't know what I'm trying to do here. Sideboard. These goes freaking goes sideboard. 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 Man. Is a Master of Winds better than a second Low Mage's Domination? I think it might be in this deck. We don't really have any big threats. It's a wizard. Cards like the Amulet are going to go way up in value now. We got 4 wizards. It lets you draw. We don't have any draw yet. I think another Low Mage's Domination would be very good. But it's not like we're short on removal. Actually, we have the Plunder, I forgot. So we do have draw. No, we're going to take the Domination. Man, that was close though. Real close. Now, do we want a Stomper maybe? Do we want a Surefooted Infiltrator? How many rogues do we have here? 1, I think, right? Yeah, 1. Reclaim does have Kicker. But I think the Stomper, we've got room for it for sure. I don't know if this is correct. I would like the Vassal Fortification as well, but we've been seeing so many blue and green cards. I don't think we're going to have a hard time here. So let's just get that out of the way. That was tough. Well, am I just Domination or the Wizard? I think that the Domination is just, it's just such a good card. It's such a brutal 2-for-1. There's so many 2-drops with counters that you can steal, which I love to do for 5 mana. We don't really have what it takes to fill their graveyard. Ah, man. Seriously? There's another one. I don't think we want 3. Valagate Recovery or Bubble Snare. Or sorry, Gnarly Colony. I think it's the Gnarly Colony. Just has a great 2-drop with kicker. I mean, we like Bubble Snare, but we've got plenty of removal. I don't think we want another Domination. I really wish I'd taken that, wish I'd taken that Wizard now. But Gnarly Colony I think will be fine. It's a really good card in this deck. Arbor Mage, sweet. Nice way to end the game. It has kicker. We wouldn't mind a Riptide with all the kicker we have as well. We're only at 5 wizards, I think, so 4 wizards. So Chili Trap isn't looking very good. We already have a Stomper. It's probably Riptide or Arbor Mage. We've got lots of spells with kicker, but I think the Arbor Mage is just a nice win condition. It has kicker. Yeah, let's take the Arbor Mage. Okay, there's a Royal Mage. It'll go really nice in our deck. We've certainly got good spells to get back. Decent little 2-drop. We would like a second up, probably more than this Survivor. We don't need that. Yeah, you can get a deck. Now there's a Seafloor Stalker. I don't really see the need for it, but we might be a little short on playables. We need to pick up a few more. It could make the deck, and it's definitely better than these other cards, which are all pretty bad. What? What? There's a Relic Amulet. Skyclave Planetary Mario Wizard. Guys, can we just take all 5 and skip the rest of the packs? I would be A-okay with that. 6 wizards we're sitting at. Oh, man. Oh, man. Yeah, we're taking the amulet. I panicked there. We probably should have taken the Geyser Mage, but let's hope we pick up a couple more wizards. There's a Pack Beast we could play. Kind of counts as a wizard. Squid. No. No. Shucks. Man, there was so much good in that pack. We kind of took the worst card. I panicked. I need another 20 seconds to think about it. We should have taken the Geyser Mage. Ugh. I don't know. Do we have enough wizards? We have 6 wizards, 6 instants, 3 sorceries. We might. Should have taken the Geyser Mage, though. If we picked up one more wizard, that would have looked like a genius pick. But there just weren't many cards left. So, alright. Modal Land. Modal Land. We'll probably go... probably 18 sources, maybe 17. I think we want more blue with double domination. We might play the Pack Beast just with double domination. It makes sense because it can filter. Like, these are triple blue. There's definitely situations where we could be short on the blue to cast it, and maybe the Pack Beast helps with that. So, let's take these out for a second. Put in the creatures that we're interested in playing. The Roost is basically a creature. Alright, that would be something like this. I guess I'm fine with all these creatures. We have plenty of kicker for the Riptide. And then Amulet. Surge. Rabbit Bite. Double Domination. into the Royal Bubble Snare. And maybe Skyclave Plunder? Maybe we like the Skyclave Plunder more than the Duelist? Just has some draw we can fit in. This would give us 6 Wizards, 3 Instants, 5 Sorceries, and a Pack Beast. So 15 cards that could trigger the Amulet. It's either Amulet or Duelist. Pretty much. Or cut a land and put in the Duelist. But no, we definitely want to hit our land drops. We definitely want to get up to 5, 6 mana quickly with this deck. Dominations are very expensive. We're not cutting a land. I think this is it. This is a good deck. I'm excited to see it in action. I'll see you in the first round. Okay, we are into game 1 with our deck. We are on the draw. I think this hand's okay. Pack Beast. Well, that's a nice target for the Amulet eventually. And he does not attack. Counterspell, maybe? Or is he just stuck on colors? Is he faking us out, do you think? We still get a counter whenever we cast a spell, so I think we go for it. Nice. And a Duelist. That's interesting. He wants to mill us that badly? He's got something else. Into the Royal. What? What just happened? Okay. Do we just put a counter on and pass the turn? I don't think so. Next turn we can Geyser Mage and use the counters. Now he's going to counter it. Is that what's going on? This guy is slippery, all right. Slippery Wizard. I'm not sure what he's. I think he's trying to push as much damage as he can. No blocks. Skulker. Okay, we'll kill that now instead. Like, seriously? Yeah, it's got to be Geyser Mage. It puts a counter on the... It also lets us loot. Do we want that forest and just chip the Vastwood Surge? We've got a couple ways to get Vastwood Surge back. Let's take the forest so we can kick the colony. A Sky Dancer. So we kill that, and then we just play the colony. Another... What the heck? Alright. He is milling us. We're down to 20. He's gonna be so pissed. Man, what is it? This guy's got a bunch of dinky creatures, and he's sure using them like dinky creatures. Did we just like 4-for-1 him? I'm not sure what's going on here anymore. Ow. Okay. We'll attack, kick the colony, I guess. We could also kick the Sproutling. We could get back the Royal Mage and then just get that wheel going. Yeah, we could still have to hold up the 2 mana for the amulet. We could kill his pack beast right now, actually. Let's just do it. Well, he's got no more tricks. We know he's got a lot of tricks. He's a pretty slippery guy. Has he been holding Draw Disruption this whole time? No. That's a good one to steal. He's got 7 in his grave. Yeah. This is rough. We can make it unblockable too. We have the mana. But now he's just dead. Okay, we're into the next game. This hand's definitely keeping it. Drop the colony, maybe drop the Sproutling. I'd like to get the colony back with the Sproutling. Now I think it's Pack Beast, actually. If we hit another land... We might actually like the Pack Beast later to filter for the domination. Yeah, we want to be able to get this back with the Sproutling, so let's just get this out there. Maybe it trades. Nectar Plot, huh? Alright, so we're not attacking. We'd love a blue source. If we get a source of any kind, we'll just Surge and then Roost. Yikes. Okay, that's the plan. We'll get 2 blue sources. Do not counter this with Dry Disruption. Do not counter this. No! That hurts big time. But if we get another blue, we can still kick the Roost. Or another green even. I wish he saw our hand and knew how huge that was. Alright, there we go. We could Surge, Royal Mage, Surge again, and maybe win this game right there. When you kick Surge, it actually... Token comes into play in response. So you actually get a 4/4 flyer out of it as well. That's a big beater. Can we steal it? Not quite. So I think it's Surge and then probably steal the Baloth. We could even attack with the Sproutling if we want. He'd probably trade the Brute. Might not be very good. Relic Amulet, yeah. I will block. What if we just don't block at all? We can attack next turn with the Sproutling. No, we're going to block. Okay. There's another domination. That's sweet. So let's attack first. He has double green. I'm not sure what he could have to stop us from doing anything here. Let's just make sure we have enough mana. Yeah, we have 8, which means we can steal something that costs 5. There's 3 in his grave. No, not the Pack Beast. No! How dare you? Alright. I guess he's coming in for 3 more? Maybe not. A white source. That's interesting. What could it be? I think now we don't really want to steal this Brute. I think we're just going to tap it down and then swing. He could have Might of Marasa or something, but if he does, he's going to have to block the Baloth and then the Colony will get through. He could block with the block with the Nectarpot and use the charge on the Gnarly Colony. But is that really our concern? I mean, we've got a bunch of flyers here. We don't really care about the Gnarly Colony. If he wants to use the charge on that. At the same time, it is kind of a free, just throwing away a creature. I think we just go here. Enter. Guy's Mage, and he'll bounce a token, I assume? But now he does not have enough to do much of anything. So we could just kick the Royal Mage, get back our Vastwood Surge. We could even get our Sproutling back and then kick that. This is going to make it so that he has to block the Baloth landfall. We could try stealing his Geyser Mage, but it wouldn't be lethal. He could block here. He'd go to 1. I think we're just attacking, and we'll attack. Now we will go with the colony. He's got a sweet deck. I mean, he's also a blue-green kicker. Dry Disruption nailed us, but it really only slowed us down. I think getting back the Surge is better than getting back our other domination, so get the Surge, make a Drake. Good game. Okay, we are into next game. This is definitely a keep. I'm not sure I want to roll out both of these. I think definitely the Royal Mage. If he doesn't play a creature here, we don't want to miss out on damage. So it hurts playing them early, but I think it's still the right play. Plus, if we get caught up doing other things, we'll have a blocker. Gloom Hunter, okay. I've got a roost of drakes that can deal with that. I doubt he blocks. Look at that little 1/1 bat. What kind of man has bats on the brain? I'll give 50 cents to whoever can tell me what movie that's from. Yeah. You can use a trick, that's fine. Oh, I guess to draw a card. Nice little bonus. Good use of Oblivion's Hunger, my friend. We will plunder. Take all those. I think now with the Geyser Mage there, we use it and kick the Gloom Hunter back to his hand. He could drop it again as a 3/3. Then we could just steal it. That would be a good time to steal that thing. That's annoying. So now we're in trouble, actually. Okay, we could steal this. And then Bubble Snare the Gloom Hunter, maybe? Or do we steal the Gloom Hunter and Bubble Snare the Gecko? If we do that, he could come in for 5 next turn. Then on the following turn, we kick the Geyser Mage, bounce something. The other option is kick the Bubble Snare, tap down the Mothspit Skeleton, and make... No. Meant to Bubble Snare at the last moment there. That's okay. I was kind of thinking about it because I was thinking I want to kick it so that we get a Drake. Deadly Alliance. Okay. Nice little 2-for-1 for us. Now I think we kick the Colony and then just Bubble Snare that Gecko. We're not particularly worried about this Gloom Hunter. We've got Drakes. Speed takes out our flyer. Okay. He gets back feed. Nice. So, what do we do here? He can destroy our Rooster Drakes with the feed. But he's got 6 land in play. If he wants to do that, he won't be able to replay the Gloom Hunter right away. And then we can play the Amulet. Man, I need more time again. What the heck? So he's got 1 less mana than he really wants here. Even if he plays a land, he's only going to have 7. So he wants to feed and he wants to do other stuff. Oh, he's just going to stomp her. Interesting. Interesting. Now, do we play ours? Forcing him to block anything wouldn't be particularly useful. We could just Amulet and then Basswood Search. Nice. So he can't kill his Stomper. That's a nice move, bro. Alright, so we got a chump. We're going to chump here. We take 5, we go to 1. So he used his feed. We still have our roost, which is super cool. Hmm. Hmm. How are we going to kill this Gloom Hunter when it comes down as a 3/3 next turn? If we lose our Stomper. There's no way around losing the Stomper. And we can't take any trample damage at all, unfortunately. So we can certainly chump it. Make a Drake. We still have a Roost. We can kick the Arbor Mage, make a Drake. We could even block it with a Wind Rider Wizard because it's going to put a counter on our amulet. So that's cool. We could block with a wizard, kill it, finish it with the amulet. But he elects to go with the skeleton. Nice play by him. So we've got 8 mana. I'm just thinking, do I want to pay this island? It would give us 9. He's just gonna keep bringing it back. He's gonna kick his freaking. Do we just jump? No, we gotta block this stupid thing. This sucks. It's just gonna come back. It's why chump and lose 2? Why lose 2 if we can just chump? Ah. Okay, we just lost them all. That looks like it's game. Or not. We must live on. Nice. Low mage's domination. It's low mage's domination, right? It has to be. That's what Surge won't help us, really. We'd like to draw cards, but we're running low on them. It's gotta be the domination. We can even attack here. We must live on, my friends. Wow, things were looking really grim there for a while, but this deck has totally pulled it together. Way to go, deck. Unfortunately, it enters play with counters, right? So you can't just You know, if we had one counter on our amulet, we would have liked, you know, the fact that maybe it enters and then gets the counters, but when you kick a spell, it doesn't count as an enter the battlefield effect. It just comes into play. That's it. So, I mean, let's just keep trying to crush his hopes and dreams here. I think he could come down with a hasty creature, theoretically. It's more likely he gets something that can drain us. Like, he needs to top deck something here to win the game. Absolutely, because he's dead. No! He's looking at his graveyard. No! Oh, it's just a skeleton. I thought he was going to reanimate something. But this means he can get his other skeleton back. Oh no, I have it. I have his skeleton. He can't get it. But if we trade... Okay. Well, things are getting a little dicey now. But look at this. If he puts the skeleton on top, then he's dead because he can't draw a skeleton and live here. So he can't put either skeleton on top of his library or he loses because the drakes will kill him. So it's going to be something else. Let's see what it is. Yes! 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 Wow, we were close in that one. I can't even remember how he got us so low. But yeah, he was beating us down. We nice comeback by our deck. Way to go, deck. Okay, we are into the next game. This is definitely a keep. Got everything we need. How? Squiddy. I think we block the squid. I mean, he's likely to play land on his next few turns, so it's going to keep coming in. What else are we going to trade it with? We can't play the Visionary until turn 4, so I think it's got to be a block. D4 Stalker, okay. Taking 3, it looks like. Interesting. So our opponent went curved out turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, and then missed his 4th land drop and didn't do anything. He's going to make the Stalker unblockable? That's all he has going for him right now? I'm fine with that. Like, I don't like taking damage, of course, but... Now we can kick the Sproutling, get back the Colony. And we'll still have a good block for both of those creatures. I guess he could hold up the Banneret. But we'll take 2. Tactics, okay. That means he doesn't have it anymore. Okay, so now... You should have attacked first. I couldn't block. But, okay. Maybe he doesn't like where this game is going. Now I think we do everything we can to slow him down. We're going to kick the Geyser Mage. Or maybe we could Riptide and then kick next turn. Use Rabbit Bite, kill his Stalker. And then we could Geyser Mage, bounce whatever his big creature is, and swing with the Riptide. I think that's good. So he knows we have the colony. He knows it's coming in next turn. Shepherd of Heroes. Okay. He gains 4. But he doesn't know we have a Geyser Mage. So if we kick it... If we just kick the colony, we can swing with the Riptide and still hit him hard. But we are getting dangerously low in life here. So I think this will hit him harder. If we go Geyser Mage, he replays it. We still can attack with the Geyser Mage. Yeah, you know what? If he attacks with that Shepherd, we could really smash him on the following turn. So let's just go with the colony. We'll attack with the Riptide. He doesn't know that we have the Geyser Mage. He might attack with the Shepherd. Play something else. We bounce what he plays and then swing with these 3 big beefy creatures. Outrider, okay. And he pumps that. Interesting. So he's got 2 warriors and a cleric. There could be another practice tactics. But he's just going to attack with his Shepherd? Wow. Okay. Does he have a counterspell or something? Nope. So we're going to play the ambush here. If we hit another land, we can kick Vastwood Surge. All these creatures will get massive. They'll all have trample because of the colony, and then we'll just absolutely crush him. Oh, I want to land so bad. That would be so satisfying. Okay, yeah. Man. Seriously, deck. We can't steal either of those. They're both 5 power. We could attack with the colony, play the amulet and the Windrider Wizard. At least we'd have a blocker. Man, that's rough. We could have used a land so bad there. Is there any way we can maybe loot here to ensure we get a land? I don't think so. Nice. Alright. Amulet and then Windrider Wizard, put a counter on it. End turn. So I imagine he plays... He's going to play... Well, from what we see of his hand, I would play the Outrider, pump this, and swing. But that might not leave him much in terms of blockers. Celebrant. Interesting. Good blocker. Gain some life. If he taps out and we hit a land, wow, this game's so over. Oh no, we lost our trampling guy. Ah, the colony's in the graveyard. Darn it. Still a good plan. Okay. Ah. Well, we can get back to Rabbit Bite. And it would allow us to swing with the Riptide. It would put another counter on the Amulet. The other option is just steal the Low Mage's Domination, but that won't trigger kicker on this dude. So, yeah, let's get in. Man, if we took a land here, what would we lose? Like, we're not losing Low Mage's Domination. We're not losing Vastwood Surge, so we're going to decline. Swing. I think he's been a little passive with us personally, but we can't see his hand, and he's definitely playing it cautiously. Outrider, okay. Does he swing? Oh, he's going to put it... Oh, okay. Journey as well takes care of our Amulet. Does that mean he's not attacking? Wow. Okay. So now we kick the Roost, Rabbit Bite the Shepherd, and then swing. Yeah, baby. Good game. Ah, good game. Okay, we have our next game. I think this is a keep. Sproutlings can buy each other back, which is kind of cool. Domination has been huge for us. We do have two of them, though, so you expect them to be present. Present and accounted for. COVID-69, I haven't heard of that one. I was actually just today tested negative for COVID. Thank you very much. Knew I didn't have it. It's interesting the shame that comes along with possible COVID. Like, I didn't even have it. I didn't do anything wrong. And yet just having to tell people that I could be positive and I was getting tested, it's just, I felt so ashamed. I didn't do anything wrong, you know? Like, I was basically helping my cousin move, and, you know, I was around her a bit for the day, and she tested positive. So that was about 10 days ago. So I went and got tested, and I was with her all day. I didn't catch it. But just having to tell my roommates that, you know, I have COVID, you should be careful. It's pretty shameful, actually. I'm glad I could tell them I was not positive. Okay, so we're off to a decent start here. He just played a Mystic. He's blue-red Wizards, looks like. I think we just attack. We'll play this Surge, and then we can get this Surge back with the Sproutling if this Sproutling doesn't die. It's also really going to get our land count up for the Domination. So we'll take, I guess, a green and a blue source. Or other option. Alright, so we can kick our Sproutling, get that Sproutling back. It's not a bad turn. But we're about to take a huge swing from this Mystic. Ouch! I hope he plays a big flyer we can steal here. I'd love to steal a Falconer. That would just be so sweet. Show me that, Falconer. Channeler. Well, we could steal that. That's definitely worth stealing. Or maybe we just steal this Mystic the way that's absolutely working us over. Oh, we can get our Roost back now. Wow, okay. So we can get the Roost back and Ambush. Because this is 5. Yeah. Gonna use his Chandler. What do you find? Into the Royal. That's pretty good. I think we want to steal this Chandler now. But if he bounces, he could bounce our Amulet. That sucks. Ah! You son of a bitch. We'll definitely steal this Chandler now. It'll go back down to a cheaper creature. But what we can do is Amulet. Steal this Chandler. Let's make sure this works. And swing, swing. Next turn, we can Into the Royal and Roost of Drakes. Or if we find a land, we might pitch it to the Chandler. It is only a 1/3 now since it's counting on our graveyard. Geyser Mage is going to kick his Chandler to his hand. Okay. I got bounce spells for day 2, bro. But now what we can do... if we kick the Roost, we won't get a counter on the Amulet. But if he wants to use his mana next turn to bounce a token or something... the other option... we could just into the... we could just... Ugh. This is what we're going to do. We're going to kick the Roost, make a token. And then we're going to bounce his Geyser Mage, make another token. And then we're going to swing. Swing, swing. This guy's got to be so angry with our deck. We've got so many good, strong things going on here. He goes to 5. If he taps out, he's dead. We can just Arbor Mage, win the game. And he's going to have to tap out because he needs a lot of creatures in play here. Well, now he's just Geyser Mage. Easy peasy. We will bounce this. We will kill that. Okay, good game. Okay, we are into the next game. We're 5-0. I don't think we can keep this. We really need a blue source. We need double blue for Roost, triple blue for Domination, and we don't have a single blue source. I guess we could conceivably get to a point where we surge, but if we don't find blue in these next few cards for the Royal Mage or the Riptide, we'll really regret it. So we gotta mulligan this. Alright, playable. I guess the Riptide can go. Or maybe it's the Visionary. The Riptide would give us a great blocker. We do have Into the Royal in hand as well. I guess the Visionary has to go. I do like the fact that we can draw a card and it'll sort of even out the mulligan situation. Yeah, let's go for it. So far, so good. Is our opponent stuck on colors here? We'll go with the Arbor Mage. It puts another counter on the amulet. It lets us loot. Basswood Surge. Not really needed. I think we want the land so we can Visionary. Might regret that if we don't find a second blue to kick into the royal, but... Bubble Snare on the Wind Rider. That's less than ideal for him. The ability's still going to work, so we can loot away this forest if we want to. Yeah, perfect. And we've got 3 counters on our amulet already. Yeah, good game. Okay, we're into next game here. We have 3 cracks at the boss. We are 6-0. I like this hand. I mean, there's no creatures to play, but we do have a 2-drop technically in the amulet. And then we have a Bubble Snare we can cast on something. We might have to cast it after it swings, which is unfortunate, but at least it would tap it down and limit the damage. But we do want a couple of creatures here at some point. There's something we could just Bubble Snare. Like, do we just Bubble Snare it outright? No, I don't think so. Ow. And Tormenting Voice. There's no worse card than Tormenting Voice in this set. So now I think we'll Amulet. I can take another hit from this Hellhound. Then we could just Bubble Snare it, play the Colony. Songmad Ruins has a land. And the Survivor. Now we're definitely going to Bubble Snare that. And now he's left with a dinky 1-1. That could have been a 2-2 and swing, but no, you had to be greedy. You were afraid of the amulet. Okay. No land. I think just to be safe, we're going to Rabbit Bite this Scythecat before it gets too big. No attacks. Come on, deck. You've been pretty kind to us so far this tournament. Give us some land. We just need one more. That's fine. We could bounce this a million ways. Spend your turns putting counters on it. That's just fine. Do we attack? We could just kill this Shambler. Maybe that's the better play. Let's kill this thing now. And we will start attacking here. I can take one. That's no problem. Oi, that's big. Now I'm concerned. That is very big. And he just Vastwood surged. So now we have to chump it. I guess that's fine. It's kind of a card for a card in a way. We need double green to kick this Sproutling. We need double green to kick this Colony. Is this where we just Skyclay Plunder? I think it might be better to Amara Wizard. And then on the following turn, yeah, we can take another hit from this Baloth, I think. Let's find some land, some creatures here. So now what we can do, we can actually kick the Roost. If he plays a land here, we can block, we can pick off the Baloth with the Amulet. And we'd still be out of Royal Eruption range. That's interesting. So if we take 8, the other option, if we kick the Sproutling, we'll have to take 5 from that Ascetic. Whereas the Ascetic would have enough to kill both that double blocked it anyways. We might have to risk him having Royal Eruption. Whoops. Why did I think that was going to put a counter on the Amulet? Whoops. Whoops. Shit. I could have played the Roost of Dregs first. What the hell am I thinking here? I just got totally distracted. I don't know what I was looking at. Oh, man. What a way to punt our... We could have gone 7-0. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it, now we gotta do this. This is less than optimal, that's for sure. Okay. We're gonna die to Royal Eruption. Sizzling Barrage, 2-for-1s us. Man, what was I thinking on the last turn? Someone help me out. How many cards are in his grave? 7. Yikes. So... we could use the Amulet, kill the Baloth. That would lower the cost of domination. So if we went like this... kill his Baloth, then steal his Ascetic. He'll have 8 in his grave. Yeah. And we can steal it for... yeah, we'll have enough. Okay, now just no Royal Eruption, please. Or unruly giant creatures. What the? Okay, so we can't kick 2 colonies. I think we go Roost, kick it. Colony, kick it. And we'll have just enough. Oh, he bounced Song Mad Treachery. I wasn't even paying attention to that. Ah! He bounced Song Mad Treachery, so he can steal. If we put counters on the colony, he can kill us with it. Because it'll have trample. Man, I was so distracted by this giant stomper, I didn't realize he bounced Song Mad Treachery. So what do? We need to be able to block a flyer, because he could steal a flyer. I guess we go Wind Rider, Wizard, and then Colony. If he steals a flyer, we'll have a blocker for it. If he steals the Ascetic, we could chump that. Oh well, we only have one play here. We'll see if we live. What a punt. I don't know what I was thinking earlier. I feel pretty silly. I don't think we can survive this. He steals the Ascetic. We have to block the Ascetic, and then we won't have enough to block the Stomper. What a punt. What was I doing? What a wasted turn. Ah, we could have gone 7-0. Yeah, you've got it, bro. Just take the Ascetic. We're already dead. That's not necessary, but okay. Okay, we are into the next game. I'm hoping this is a keep. I mean, we've got 3 things we can do. If we draw a single green, at some point, we're definitely going to be happy. We can Royal Mage any sort of color. We can Geyser Mage. If we get a green, we can Sprouting. That's probably ideal. Ruin Crab, huh? Well, that's bad if we don't find a way to Rabbit Bite it soon. We need a green so that we can get the Sprouting out and then Rabbit Bite this thing before we just lose. That is not a land. You can just block. We're double blue, but okay. Back Beast. Need that land. Need that land. Either the Geyser Mage or Sprouting would do. And he just milled 3 straight lands. He just milled 3 straight lands. And we're left with a Royal Mage. Dear God, deck. Yeah. More land off the top. Look at this, man. Ah! 2 more land into our graveyard. Ah! Ah! He doesn't have anything to play either. He's just milling us. Give us that land deck. Ah! This is as unlucky as it gets, unfortunately. dear Jesus. I have a feeling he has something for this rabbit bite. Like Malachry Rebirth or something. Mills us some more. Okay, so we're down to 15 cards. We really need this rabbit bite to work. Sweet. Now we can attack. Skitter Sneak, huh? Come on, deck. Man. I mean, we're at 20 life. We're more in danger of losing before we run out of... Like, you could easily mill us some more. So, we're in serious danger of getting milled here. We need a land. Followed by another land. On the plus side, there's lots of stuff to get back. He comes with those. What does he have? Zarasan or something? What would I rather get back? Like, if we hit a land and kick the Sproutling, I guess there's lots of stuff here already, right? Not really. Block here. That's a good one. He gets back his crab. But on the bright side, these can both attack now. I think we just kick the colony here. So he's going to mill us more. We're down to 12. Deadly Alliance. Well, let's steal this damn crab. This is how we're going to lose, so let's take it. Into the rough. Well, another land we could theoretically get domination back, do it again. But at this rate, we're going to die to this Skitter Sneak. We're just way behind. We're so far behind. We should have so much more land than this, you stupid, stupid deck. Well, I guess the only one we can really play that's helpful is Into the Royal. We're down to 7. We're down to 0. All right, we were rolling right along 6-0, and just like that, we're 6-2. We had one really close game where I'm pretty sure I punted it, And then we just got mana screwed, and just like that, we're 6-2. So I'd love to get 7 wins, but I don't know about this hand again. The deck has certainly not been kind to us, and this is like... Man. But I'm going to keep it. The deck's going to make it up to us. Hook me up with green deck. That's all I need is one green source. There we go. So now I think we're just going to play another colony. When one of these colonies dies, we can kick the Sproutling to get it back. Diviner, okay. Do we just attack here? Yeah, I think so. He's not going to block, I don't think. I think he wants to race. Subtle Strike. Another Subtle Strike, maybe? Wow, stealing this thing is going to be absolutely massive. Thanks, bro. I wasn't going to steal it, but now I will. Ah. Feed. Still no green to kick the Sproutling. It's probably just Windrider Wizard and Riptide. Now if we find a non-blue, or sorry, a non-green source, like a blue, obviously, we would hold it to loot with the wizard. Now I think we just bounce that Skitter Sneak and swing, 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 swing. He has to block the Riptide or he's dead. Ooh. Man. We can get that back with the Sproutling. Yeah. Unless he has a duelist here, he has to block the Riptide. Alright, I smell victory. Sweet. Nice, 7 wins. I guess we got our gems. That's what's most important. Win rate is nice, but gems are more important. Okay, this was a really sweet deck. I mean, double domination, Roost of Drakes, lots of kicker, double Sproutling. The games weren't that close. Like that game that we lost, like the second game we lost, we were clearly mana screwed. I mean, we kept a marginal hand, sure, but you'd expect to draw a couple of lands after what, 4 or 5 cards? Or at least one land. And he was milling us, and there's no reason that milling should help you or hurt you in the long run in terms of what cards you draw. But it just so happened he was taking the lands right off the top. And yeah, it didn't work out. The other game we lost, I'm pretty sure I punted it. There was that one turn there where I have no idea what I was thinking. Or I was kind of distracted. I don't know. Big misplay. Like, it was still a tight game. We still could have lost it, but that extra Drake in play would have made a huge difference. Anyways. Good deck, solid deck. Really happy with it. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.